Sunday in November, and oh my, 2026 is staring us in the eye. Oh, it is. Now, it just hardly seems like this year has gone by as quick as it has. I tell you, November 2nd, it's like this. This stuff is marching in, and ain't no joke. And if you haven't changed your clothes in the closet yet,
It's time.
past I just see people out there in shorts and t-shirts. I'm like, you must be overweight or something.
You don't wear that in the snow.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, happy to have you with us today on this rainy Sunday morning in the city. And this we got Richard Brokaws coming down about his 7 letters to the churches in Revelation. Finish that one up with him. And speaking of finishing up, the Fall Fund Drive for the month of October and Christian ended. And we live in, if we had not, it had not been for this. Hours were in, as usual. It's not close. And because I was looking real just good. And then listen came. I want to do it. Yes, honey. He will. He does. And I'm immensely grateful to all the donors and the donors that came in.
Good morning. Where you all viewing from? And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
And walking on, people come by and they call in. But the facts are is that after 19 years of telling y'all it's giving time, I'm grateful that you have heard it from us 19 years in a row, and many of you continue to be a blessing to Nashville after all these years. And I got to be honest with you. Without it, you wouldn't be listening to no Sharon Kay and no eggs on this station because it wouldn't be none. Yeah, and that's for real. That's not fantasy. That is for real. As our station has been nonprofit since day one and educationally licensed, there's certain things we can and cannot do here. And in terms of money, we have underwriters and sponsors. We have donors, and we can't accept any type of commercial money. We can't accept political money. Ooh, I wish we could take that, but we can't. That's illegal.
Good morning. Where y'all viewing from?
And because that would be Happy Days Are Here Again with the elections and everything. But unfortunately for us, that's not the same case for us. And so our donations are one of the means that is used here to keep the
What's up, Holly?
station on the air. And
Where y'all viewing from? Top of the morning to you.
Here.
Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
All of you, every single one of you that gave, no matter what it was, how much, the volunteers that helped the fundraiser and, the folks who came
India,
by and
okay.
all of our in-kind sponsors and everybody who helped make a difference in the Fall Fund Drive. And I'll get my total, I think, this week or something, but we're looking better than I thought, because I was about to break down crying. I'm like, oh, Lord, please come. Because I know it's bad for folk out there. People are struggling and having the time that I've realized that they had hope that we didn't have to experience yet again. So because they do, we're struggling on all ends of the spectrum. So if you have been a underwriter and sponsor, we are immensely grateful to you as well. And our longest running sponsor is Terry W. Jones, independent agent for State Farm Insurance. And there's no way for me to describe all the love I have for that brother. He's sponsored this show
Applause.
for almost 20 years. Okay, so God is, I'm telling you, he's in the business. Bless him, in the business. And I'm just grateful that he has, because everything in terms of sponsors, there's been others over the years, but Terry has stuck and stayed here. And I've been faithful over some things. So, my prayer is constantly.
Massachusetts. Good morning,
Puts a
Massachusetts.
blessing into the station. to
I was
help
in
us
boot camp with a
operate.
guy from
And
Boston.
we are, I don't say we, I say me. I'm a good shepherd over y'all. The people want me to come to you and say, that's what it is. I am, okay? I am. And as many in the community that have seen things and changes here at the station, it's only because of you, only. And I'm saying it's only because of you. So if you give yourself, ask the Lord to send a blessing to you and multiply your gift to your own personal account by many, many times, because you have been just solid. We have people that have been with us, just in the sustainers, who literally have been,
Top of the morning to you.
having a little touch here.
Please don't
Come
forget
in
to
every
like, share, and
month for
subscribe, and let me
years.
know where you're viewing
And I will
from.
tell you, those dollars do stack well, and they do keep the fire going. So we're immensely grateful to all of you. And some of our the Heavenly Father's children too.
Yes, sir.
People, someday you come. Anyway, I am so. What time is it today?
7:08 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah. So, just in case. You didn't set the clocks, just in case. Did you sleep well last night knowing that it was
I forgot all about it until I looked up and I said, something's my phone. But I mean, my phone, because I checked my phone and not the clock, because I didn't set that one back. So when I saw the phone, I was like, another hour. So I dozed off for another 45 minutes.
I've been telling myself now for about a month, because I have to prepare my mind for it's going to be dark.
Yeah.
I'm going to get sleepy early. As I prepare for the things here at the station. And I will tell you at daylight saving time at 2 a.m., my bodily alarm clocks went off, boing. I was like, my eyes just popped open. I said, I done overslept, but I hadn't, because it was 2 o'clock, and when I rolled the clock back, it was 1. And what a joy it is to get that extra hour of sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I would take 10-minute naps because I was worried that I was not going to be here on time. I say this every year, but it's true. I don't want you calling me from up here and I'm on the road, or I'm just at the house.
You okay?
And bumbling. And I do not want that to happen. So I'm up. Every 15 minutes I was up and making sure that the station played the shows on time that it was that are in our schedule. So we're grateful for our equipment that we wouldn't be able to buy it, because I wasn't going to drive down here in the middle of the night to change and stuff. I got to tell you. I love my job, but my compensation would not be as what it should be for that. So the machinery and the equipment, everything, every single thing that you see in here when you come out is because of you all. So I just tell you over and over, and I mean what I'm saying. I thank you so much for continuing to keep this station going after 52 years. Let's see, coming up, Richard is. Have you ever talked to him today?
He sent us an email, I think, last night to one industry. Yeah, yeah.
So we would be on time. That.
So I just emailed him back. He said, yes, we're good to go.
That is.
So he'll be here because I think he has ministerial duties that he has to assign for someone else so that he can be with us today. So he'll be here.
Is he coming?
No, I'll make up the phone.
I hadn't planned on that. Anyway, it's the first Sunday in November. Yes, sir.
Communion today. Communions today.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to this church I've been going to. So, I don't want him to see me yet. I'm not a visitor. Most of the times. Having said that, for years I didn't go. still have to work home. I can't go every Sunday. Well, I had to make a mental sacrifice. You know, I use Sunday when I'm off the air to do my paperwork and catch up on things for the week. So when I come back starting the next week, a lot of things are already done. And I can ease into that. But, you know, when I don't stay and do it, on Monday it's snowball's fault. It's snowball rolling
Can I
down the
make
side
a
of the
song
snow-covered
about you
hill.
breaking up with your boyfriend?
So I have to make a
You have to send me more
sacrifice.
information. Maybe I can find you a song.
I have.
Send me the information so I know more about what you're talking about. And where are you calling from? What place, what city, what state, what
Now,
country?
we have.
And did you like, share, and subscribe?
Titans game tonight. I'm going to go ahead and ask you your prediction.
Well, on days like today, is it supposed to rain today? Or is it just right now? It's just okay. So it'll be so it's going to be a tough one because the Titans have a lot of defensive players that are injured. They traded some of the better players. The best player on the team, Jeffrey Simmons, is out. I just anything can happen on any given Sunday. Was one of my favorite movies, but it's going to be an uphill battle, especially with which coach is that? I can't think of his name. He is something else. So from a coaching perspective, will he outcoach us? And from a playing, I think it's Justin Herbert. That's the quarterback for San Diego. So it's going to be tough.
Okay. These are the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah.
Recently, teams used to be a.
Yeah.
There's a few things that have stayed consistent. Chiefs are still Chiefs, and I haven't
Where are
watched the
you?
games as much as
Am I where you look for you from? Where you at?
It started off so well. So I can't do this. My nerves are racked. I cannot do it. But anyway, having said that,
Titans are. But I think a lot of it has to do with the ownership. It's just
I'm going to just be the eternal owner. Every time I ask this question, I'm going to say, I feel confident.
It's just just bad ownership. I tried to be optimistic and give Andy Armstrong the benefit of the doubt. But, when you fire the general manager in the middle of the season, and you turn around, that was bad. Then you fire the coach, before the middle of the season, and you start trading. You can't do things like that. You just can't. Look at all. Case in point, look at the team. Because you have players that are still. Because it's not just the players. You have families. You have staff. It's all interwoven and interconnected. So people start checking out after that.
Still checking them checks. They still get.
True. But now that's exactly my point. They're playing for the film because they're checking out because they're already looking towards next season and where I want to be, and that's what's going on. Oh yeah.
Players, they want to be successful. They want to be a winner, of course.
Of course they do.
They check out. I don't think because.
Oh yes, they do.
Those that do.
No, they ain't gonna do that.
No.
That's in a perfect world. But if I'm getting paid X millions of dollars and my team is 1-8, whatever it is, then you gotta start making some business decisions. I'm wondering, and I'm not saying that Jeffrey Simmons is not hurt because he was on course to be the defensive player of the all that's Pro Bowl and all that. But I'm wondering if is he hurt, or is it he leading to? Is he getting ready? No. He has trade value. He has great trade value, and why would he want to go out there and get hurt? I mean, you see, so a lot of these things factor in, and then you have an interim head coach who's not going to get the job, and then with the players that he didn't have.
And I will make the comment. Basketball and football, these are two different animals.
Yeah.
But football is the most brutal on
It is.
it, you know.
That's my point. That's my point. Do I want to keep putting my body? Yeah. You get out there, you twist the ankle, you get hurt, and then all of a sudden you can't, and you're on a losing team. Like this is bad. This is not just a bad team. They're 1 in like 1 in 8, whatever it is. It's bad, bad. So that whole staff is going to be overturned at the end of the year because with the head coach being gone, then all his people are gone. So yeah.
This every year thing going on. We get excited and then you think.
Yeah. And one more thing. But to Eddie George and Taj and his family, if they're listening right now, do not, well, they're friends, do not, and I thank him for his comment. He even chastised the ownership, but do not accept that job as head coach of the Titans because it'll ruin your legacy. These fans are not loyal. They don't understand how they're not loyal. They're not. They'll want Eddie George today and want to get rid of him tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So no, Eddie, don't do it. Your legacy's intact as a Tennessee Titan, and so no, don't do it. I just don't know what they're gonna do because really, anyway.
All right, you good?
A little.
When they have the game today about 12, it's still, ponchos,
Most definitely. Bring something to sit on so your bottom of the wet.
Most definitely. And when you want plastic,
Yeah.
like these diehard season ticket holders, they know just what to do now, how to do it. But I'm just, and we'll see how this.
But Kansas City's on fire.
I'm glad.
They're on fire right now. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Let's say no whole lot. I am so happy that is the case.
Where are you, Emma?
I have to talk to some people at home to see how they going because we
Blind
blind.
and everything.
Why
Did you get at your friend? Why you messing with him? Your friend is not your friend.
I'm watching the game. I'm not going to respond. I learned that for years. My family's been like that. I'll talk to you when it's over. But for us here in Nashville, it's going to be about 45, 48 rather for the Titans.
That's hitting weather.
Yeah,
Hitting weather, yeah.
sure. So their chances for rain will be reduced down for us a bit. So if you're if it's raining now, maybe by about 11 or 12.
Jim Harbaugh, that's his name.
So let's take a time out and we'll be right back.
We're officially in a break.
Want to give your opinion today? The phone lines are open. Give us a call at 329-8810, 329-8810.
What's the 411 with Sharon Kay is brought to you by Terry W. Jones, independent agent, State Farm Insurance. Life insurance is one of those subjects that makes people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have
Top of the
enough.
morning,
That's why
sir.
State Farm agent Terry W. Jones focuses on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house, insurance, or life without having to give up college, insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Terry W. Jones in Nashville at 615-256-6066 or online at terrywjones.net and put the life back in life insurance.
On the next Jazz Night in America, we're going back 20 years to a bucket list concert of mine. Bassist Ray Brown and pianist Monty Alexander. I'm Christian McBride, and that's on the next Jazz Night in America. Catch Jazz Night in America every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. and Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. here at listener-supported Jazzy 88.
Support comes from the First Art Museum. Now on view at the First Art Museum, this space behind this mask, behind this skin, a powerful exhibition of recent work by artist and scholar Bamu Piku through bold paintings, sculpture, and video, Pico explores Black identity and masculinity in today's world, bridging hip-hop, fine art, and pop culture. Don't miss this chance to experience this moving work, including his multi-channel video installation of his Afro Shirts film. The store on view now through January 4th. Learn more at friskartmuseum.org. Keep up with guests and topics on Facebook 411 Sharon Kay. Friend us on Facebook and Twitter. Search under Sharon Kay's 411.
It's What's the 411? Here again, Sharon Kay.
All right, in Nashville, Sharon Kay is in the house. Mighty glad to be on Jazzy 88 WFS.
Good morning, top of the morning to you. Please like, share, and subscribe.
And this today through next Sunday is the University Homecoming. And they started yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yep, today. Yep.
There will be a game, battle on Jefferson Street, battle on Jefferson. Basketball, Tennessee versus
Yes, shout out to my good friend, men's Fisk University head men's basketball coach Jeremiah Crash.
Let's see. The game is tonight at 7, and there's still some tickets left if you're interested in getting them in advance, or getting the house tomorrow. Tomorrow is 7. So you have
Tomorrow evening.
you got no time. So, but anyway, I wish that there would be a beautiful homecoming for sure this year. Because every year it's either cold or it rains. So I'm just like being ready at all times because the forecast always, it just never seems to hit right.
Right in the middle of that switching season between cool, a little warmer in the day and chilly in the evening. And, yeah.
This forecast, looks good today. However, things are subject to change. Today, it's starting to feel just like the season that it is in. Today we're going to reach about 54. The rain will continue off and on this morning and decrease.
That's
down
jacket weather.
20%. So fall will go from 37. Oh Lord.
Eagle. Indigo.
Indigo. Hell. And tomorrow 63. Looks like the first couple of nights here this week is going to be nippy in those 30s. The upper 30s is going to be just like that, and we'll be experiencing this week a little warm. Temperature, so close to 70 degrees. It still 16 is what I'm saying. So, some of the things that will be happening, they're going to happen. I don't know what they're going to be able to do there. They on the yard today, they'll kick on. So, it's supposed to happen. I was like,
They may work to the gym.
so, but anyway, there is, every year the students at the school have a day of service related to things for the community, etc. So Tuesday is the day that they will be out, the students will be out. And the spirit of work for the students to learn that service is a part of life and not be afraid of it when the time comes. But so far, we've seen the students really more
Oh, yeah.
participating in all the things. And one of the big is the coronation at the chapel for this game.
Okay.
So it'll be at 6:30 this when they get to feel like outfits and everything. Show mama and daddy pictures and everybody in the family.
Going to the Christian books.
There are going to be several activities, sororities and fraternities on campus, and returning folks that will be making it back to the city to support this year's homecoming. And one of the big ones that a lot of people are going to is they have a big party. And this year it will be held at the National Museum. This is called the Gold and Blue Jubilee Bash, and this features the 7th Annual Jubilee Singers Heritage Awards. And this year, you know, they're honoring legends, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and they are supposed to be present in the city for that. And they absolutely have made many a career.
Yes, they have.
And those brothers certainly do.
Still getting checks.
That's how you do it.
What have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah.
Say,
I'm in control. And I know, yeah.
you can live off that.
Mm.
They'll be honored. And the Jubilee Singers, you know, they do this honor thing every year for us, so years. So it's a beautiful event. Yeah, it really is supposed to be shiny up, dressed up, and everything.
Maybe a Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis Fist Jubilee Singers collaboration.
Wow.
I'm just throwing it. Oh, why not? I mean, I'm just saying, why don't you go for it? Why not? They've done everything else. Come on over here, right away. Yeah.
Terry Lewis, they, I hope they know some history about music and the significance of the Jubilee Singers, because you'd be surprised at the people that are in the business that know nothing. Oh, Lord, what the hell, y'all. They don't know about what the Jubilee Singers have done for all these years in terms of gospel, to help gospel go on, but also to put Nashville on the global map for music. Hopefully, when these folks come, because I've met a few, that they, you know, really do understand that you, as an entertainer, you're standing on their shoulders. So, you know, as I tell them, go on and rub the rock here, and come by, pass through, do something. It's like going to Apollo, you didn't hit the log. You all know the log. So when they come, they're really do to step up on the campus. So that must be going on all week long. And let's see, we're going to maybe see some people that come pop in.
Yeah.
So that's what's coming on. Now let's see. Let me hit a few of these today's things to hit, and there's a big election coming here,
Yes.
and I don't know. I'm hoping that there's a turnout, because people still do not know the significance of local voting. It means everything.
Yes, it does. Especially now.
Well, these people make these laws that don't make a bit of sense, don't help nobody. And I mean, it's like, get these folks gone.
Yeah. And then, yeah, making laws that they don't want to even abide by themselves.
No, it's not about the needy, it's about the greedy. And that's, you're wrong for that. You're wrong for that. So this country really does need an about face.
And no religious leaders out there speaking out across the country. And I don't mean right here. You would think that with all the food banks and all the pain and suffering, I don't mean William Barber. I don't mean us. I'm talking about those who supported him. Those folk who seem to act like, you know, all is well. It's quiet out there.
Oh, they know all this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of things that y'all.
I mean, it's just quiet out there. I mean, like what? Yeah.
They're talking about the door shut and nobody can hear.
Yeah. But what I've also, but you know what's really disappointing and disheartening is the amount of people who are spewing just so much hateful rhetoric at people who receive assistance that I've been seeing, and I'm like, it's just
And hating on people because
yeah,
that's it. It's really totally what it is.
stuff that I'm hearing them say that's coming out their mouths. Yeah, like wow.
Those people are totally clueless, and those people do not need to be in charge because they're.
Now, these are just ordinary people, John Q. citizens, just out there spewing this stuff. I'm like, what? Like, Like, who are you? Like, you must be a troll or something. 'Cause this is no way in the world. Everybody has to know somebody, somewhere, either a family member or a friend that has had to have or is on assistance, period.
I tell you, you'll never know it, okay, until you can.
Yeah.
Because we got this reverse Robin Hood thing going on right now. Jacqueline Chapman is a retired school aide who relies on a $630 monthly Social Security check to get by. Now try living on that, okay? In today's realm, you couldn't even pay a half a rent a week. She was navigating the loss of her federal food aid benefits when she learned the assistance she receives for heating her Philadelphia apartment may also be at risk. Oh Lord, boy, the compound is risk on folk. The 74-year-old said, I feel like I'm living in scary times. It's not easy to rest when you know you have things to do with limited accounts, limited funds. There isn't too much you can do, and that's fact. Chapman relies on the $4.1 billion low-income energy assistance program, which helps millions of low-income households pay to heat and cool their homes. When temperatures begin to drop in areas across the United States, some states are warning that funding for the program is being delayed because of the federal government shutdown now in its fifth week. The anticipated delay comes as the majority of the 5.9 million households served by the federally funded heating and cooling assistance program are grappling with the sudden postponement of benefits through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, which helps about 1 in 8 Americans buy groceries. 1 in 8. So count 8, somebody in that group of 8 is going to be the one. And that's probably what the problem is with those folks she was talking about. They don't think outside of their own head. Or they can say these things to say. Money is running out for other safety net programs as well, and energy prices are soaring. According to Mark Wolf, he's the executive director of the National Energy Assistance Directors Association. He says the impact, even if it's temporary, on many of the nation's poor families is going to be profound if you don't solve this problem. And I'm saying, you're hungry, no roof, no heat, this is the maximum pain.
Taking health care.
Won't pay. He said he wanted to turn the heat up, maximum pain. Well, I tell you what, y'all keep going, you're gonna see some maximum pain on you. Mark of the Energy Assistance National Directors Association, he represents the state directors of the program, commonly called LEAP. It serves all 50 states, including the District of Columbia, U.S. territories, and federally recognized tribes. And of course, we have a program in Nashville and Tennessee. And they're extremely helpful to families that get those bills and all the things, and then of course the elders. The seniors who have worked their entire lives and have, little of nothing to live on, and that's to some people that seems like a lot, little or nothing. But we don't put this in them because they know what we're talking about. Mr. Wolf said that these are important income supports that are all potentially headed toward a cliff at the same time. And he goes on further to say, I can't point to a similar time in recent history where we have had this. Recent history, probably never. Leap created in 1981, assists families in covering utility bills or the cost of paying for fuels delivered to homes, such as home heating oil. It has received bipartisan congressional support for decades, but then there's this year. Maximum pain is what they want. Maximum. States that manage the program, they receive an allotment of federal money each year based on the formula that largely takes into account state weather patterns, energy costs, and low-income population data. You don't collect data, you never know. So we're trying to, this country wants to stop, or the head of this country wants to stop collecting data on everything. so we won't know.
Exactly. So they don't have to report it.
It's just, really? While President Trump proposed zero funding for the program in his budget, zero, Z-E-R-O, none, zero. It was anticipated that Congress would fund the LEAP program for the budget year that began October 1st. And we're now in November 2nd. But since Congress has yet passed a full 2026 spending bill, states have not gotten their new allotments yet, and the temperatures are about to change in Nashville and other areas across the country. So, maximum pain is what they're hoping for. And, let me say, we got golden ballroom money, and we have, the money for golden toilets and chandeliers and all this crazy. We got money for that, for sure. We got money for Argentina, but we can't give you a loaf of bread, America. Let's take a time out, and we'll be right back.
We're in a break.
Want to get your opinion today? The phone lines are open. Give us a call.
Where's the Democratic nominee? I'm sitting here watching this Republican.
8810.
What's the 411? Miss Sharon Kay is brought to you by Terry W. Jones, independent agent, State Farm Insurance. Life insurance is one of those subjects that makes people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why State Farm agent Terry W. Jones focuses on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house, insurance, or life without having to give up college, insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Terry W. Jones in Nashville at 615-256-6066 or online at terrywjones.net and put the life back in life insurance.
Good morning. Where are you viewing from? And in what city, what country? And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Greg Smith, at this Bailey Baker Blues Week on Blues Time in the City, Greg is talking about who really impresses him. 31's birthday is April 4th, and we're going old school this week with Mud. Join me on Roisin Bailey for Blues Time in the City this week, right here. Here's Blues Time in the City, Sundays from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on Jazzy 88.
Support comes from Kingdom Cafe and Grill on historic Jefferson Street, your restaurant venue for great soul and grilled food, specializing in Southern-style fresh vegetables and meats. Dine in or carry out 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Looking for a venue to host a special event or reception? Reserve one of our 4 dining areas at Kingdom Cafe and Grill, 2610 Jefferson Street. For more information, go to kingdomcafe.org.
Keep up with the guests and topics on What's the 411 with Sharon Kay. Find us on Facebook and Twitter. Search under Sharon Kay's 411.
It's What's the 411? Here again, Sharon Kay.
All right, to Nashville. Sharon Kay is in the house. Mighty glad to be on Jazzy 88 WFSK Historic Physical University and What's the 411 with Sharon Kay. It is brought to you by Terry W. Jones, independent agent, State Farm Insurance. Thank you so very much for supporting What's the 411. Now today, as in books that I think there's more to that I want to talk about, I bring the person author back. And today's guest at 8 o'clock is Richard Burkholder. He's a Christian writer. And we're going to finish discussing his book based on the 7 letters to the churches in Revelation. So we'll be talking to him to get started on a recap from the last time and go from there. So it's coming up in the next hour. And many folks across the community, this community and communities around the country, are dealing with how to feed our fellow man. And you all have stepped up like crazy out here to help.
Yes. We need to find calls for the people with agencies.
Here, Les. So knowing that that's the case, you know, the folks have really been working hard at these programs and food banks and things, and you know, dropping off groceries, and it's just beautiful to see that we don't hate each other as much as some people like to pretend. People across the country formed long lines for free meals and groceries at food pantries and drive-through giveaways yesterday after monthly benefits through the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, were suddenly cut off because of the ongoing government shutdown. In the New York borough of the Bronx, about 200 more people than usual showed up at the World of Life Christian Fellowship International Pantry. Many other churches out there are stepping up as well with the food pantries and stuff. Many were bundled in winter hats and coats already, and pushing collapsible shopping carts as they waited in line that spanned multiple city blocks. Some arrived as early as 4 o'clock in the morning to choose from pallets of fruits, vegetables, bread, milk, juice, dry goods, and prepared sandwiches. Mary Martin, I'd like to see the Tennessee Congress people and Senate go out here and share some of these.
Amen. Marsha Blackburn.
Hi.
Marsha Blackburn. Governor Bill Lee.
And not, you know, while you all are enjoying comfort and what it
Instead of posting about who's at fault, go out there and serve some people.
would just volunteer and see how it is.
And not for a photo op either. Get up there, roll up your sleeves, since y'all go out there and stand and be out there all day, and serve. Yeah.
You know, pass out food and stuff, not just for, you know, for show purposes, but, you know, look these people in the.
Because you know it's coming. Yeah. You know the photo op is coming. With them standing up there with gloves on and, you know, loaf of bread passing out stuff. Yeah. So they can show that they care.
Gonna watch and for that and bust them out. And they just need to bust people out when they do that. Just tell the truth. That they only stayed for 5 minutes and then they left. Now, Mary Martin, who volunteers at the pantry, also relies on it regularly for food to supplement her SNAP benefits, which they're not that much. Like, y'all carrying on like these people get tens of thousands of dollars. They don't get Argentina money. They just barely make a couple hundred, that's it. She said she usually splits her roughly $200 a month in SNAP benefits between herself and her 2 adult sons. Now you take $200 into a grocery store today, with these prices up today, and then you're not getting a whole lot of food. You're getting a couple of bags. So, you know, the Congress, the majority in the Congress wants you to feel that these people are trying to steal something from the government. We're talking about $200 a month, okay? Go to the store yourself and buy this food and you shall see. But if you don't have to ever do that, you think everybody's cheating because you cheating. That's the part about the whole thing that makes me mad, is that the people who are complaining about, well, he's living in his mom's basement, he's, you know, you don't even know what folk is doing because you didn't come in contact with them. None of these people have come in contact with the people who are on the margins. They haven't done it. So their imaginations are that we're just wasting money out here. Us as in America, the taxpayers are wasting money. You're gonna give somebody $200 divided by 3 people. That ain't much. You're not gonna get much of this.
And most people who are on assistance work. They're the, you know, they're yeah. You know, yeah.
Old, but their sources.
That was one of the idiotic things I saw someone post, which is maybe they go get a job now. I remember thinking to myself, you know, they are working. Yeah.
Because, you know, they
How about a living wage?
messaging works on the minds of people who don't know beans from bones, as my mama used to say, who don't know night from day. And, you know, if you actually believe that, go volunteer and help somebody.
And here's the kicker. I don't see, it's hard. We know that we want things to get better. We're praying that things are going to get better. But if people don't step up and vote like they've never voted before, it's going to get worse. Because they're cutting the funds. So it's not like, yes. So it's not, so between receiving, so all of our non-for-profits that are receiving, you know, food and from different agencies and such, they're going to be in danger real soon.
That's the problem with the whole scenario, is that the folks that make the decisions at that particular level are against you having $200 or having groceries or having a bag. I mean, to me, it's like, how can you sleep at night? You know, this is America.
Yeah.
America. This is someplace else, but this is not America. And it's not the country that any of us are familiar with, where we don't support our fellow man, where we're hating on our fellow man, and we're not united by any stretch of the imagination. The United States is over. It's the states versus the states. And now there's nothing united going on out here, except for the people that are helping with donating the food and helping the people make the meals and all that. Now that's united. But as far as the rest of this stuff, it is not. In an apparent response to President Trump, who said he would provide the money, but wanted more legal direction from the courts.
Now he wants legal direction. Okay, well, wow.
Judge John J. McConnell in Rhode Island ordered the government to report back by tomorrow on how it would fund the SNAP accounts. You fund them just like you did the every.
Exactly.
Oh, you just did it. You tore it down, and now you know you didn't ask our opinion.
Or fund it like you funding that new wing you're putting on the White House. Like, where are those people at that's pouring in those billions?
Well, they're getting favor, and you know the cycle of this money thing is so crazy. We're buying services and paying for the items that these companies sell us. They turn around and take the money and give it.
Smash and grab.
Golden ballroom.
Smash and grab.
Something for the people out here that work at some of these agents or work at some of these companies and things. What are they doing to? And I'm talking about the big ones.
They laying off.
Not the little ones. I'm talking about the big ones.
Yeah.
And, are they doing something for their employees? Are they helping? No, they're letting them go. And at large quantities. Amazon, man, they really cut through there. And the rest of them, I think Meta.
Yep.
A cut.
Yep.
A lot of tech.
A lot of tech, because they're using AI now. Or they're using the excuse of AI to do what they do. I think it's connected to those tax cuts.
Because the need is connected. Well, of course, and but that still doesn't make any difference when it comes to cutting, because they are still going to get theirs, but they have fewer people they have to.
Yeah.
But anyway, having said that, we have these people in this country have built these businesses up from when it was just an idea in your head, Mark Zuckerberg, and to that from being a billionaire. I mean, thank you for the love. Thank you. Now, the judge, who was nominated by President Barack Obama, said the Trump administration must either make a full payment by that day, which is tomorrow, or if it decides to tap $3 billion in a contingency fund, figure out how to do that by Wednesday. Now, we got the fund.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got a creek.
Yep.
Golden ballroom. We have the money. We have it, and it's there for the rich.
They want to use that money for something else. That's what that is. Mm-hmm.
Among other countries. The delay in the payments, a major piece of the nation's social safety net that serves about 42 million people. 42 million people. It has highlighted the financial vulnerabilities that many face at the Bronx food pantry that was when I started on top of that. Reverend John O'Connor said people from all walks of life are seeking help now. That's all walks of life. So it's not just the ones that you all have imagined in your head that exist to take advantage of the system. The $200 that they get, or $150, or whatever they get, it's not those people. That is not where the problem lies. It lies in the lies. It's where it lies. So knowing that that's the case, that people are just going to get desperate here real soon, and I know it's holiday season come, things of that nature, that's really going to have an impact on the thoughts and mindset of people out here in the communities. Families want to do things for their children and their families and that type of thing. Now, here in Nashville, the recent economic downturn, it's a lot more than a downturn, and panic leading up to the SNAP benefits disruption has sparked a massive influx in October of people coming to the Metro Social Services seeking assistance, primarily for help getting food. Because, if you don't give somebody something to eat, you know that, you ever heard of hangry? Huh? You ever heard of hangry? Okay, these folks are going to be hangry. And you don't know what it means, ask somebody. As a result, MSS has activated its Food Crisis Rapid Response Plan. The Davidson County or Metro Social Services says this is a crisis that is visiting homes across the county regardless of income level, education level, and zip code. That's across the board. Doesn't matter your zip code. It doesn't matter your income level or your education.
Or your color.
It is across.
Or your religion.
Well, I didn't want to think about those things. People are hurting. To me, exclamation point. Families are starving. Now, in a nation of obese people are starving. Children don't have a breakfast or lunch. They get home and make this cold sandwich. I mean, y'all have to deal with the fact. How do these people sleep? Obviously don't.
They sleep fine. They sleep fine, some of them.
That's.
Because they don't care.
No, that's obvious. Families are going through so much, and it's hard for parents to see their children hungry and carrying on, and they have to go without any.
And while you're reading the story, I'm sitting here looking at Matthew 14, 13 through 21, with Jesus feeds the 5,000. And it's just, yes. And it's like, before I can minister to these people, before I can give them, the message, I got to take care of them first. Got to feed them first. Yes. Yeah.
The Bible, too, for the church.
So I'm wondering, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering, today being Sunday, across this nation where we're the laughing stock of the world because we're one of the richest countries in the world, if not the richest. But what are some of these evangelicals preaching in their churches this morning with people hungry? Like, what are they saying? Just gotta just defeat your enemy?
They're talking about people like that would take advantage of this and that.
Oh, gotcha. It's a reverse message. Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's our fault. Yeah, gotcha.
The families that are just going through so much, and they're doing everything in their power to alleviate that strain. Now, I will say I have the list of all the food pantries. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are dozens and dozens of churches that have.
Yes.
Whether they're evangelical, Baptist.
Yes.
Or they have food pantries. So thank the Lord for that.
Amen.
Folks can go to those and get something to eat. The Renee Pratt, who is the executive director of Metro Social Services, says they are doing everything within their power to alleviate the strain. She said, we forecasted this devastation nearly a year ago and thankfully had a plan in place to quickly respond. the snap disruption and unexpected exacerbation of the situation, of the circumstances, rather, elevated and expedited her response. But I'm glad they had a plan, honey. I'm really glad about that. You're thinking futuristic, especially if you get going like us. You're thinking a lot of things. She went on further to say, while we'll continue to focus on all Davidson County residents in need, and there's a bunch out there in need, and need to put food on their tables for their children, their families, or themselves. You don't take a lot of medicine. You need to have some food on your stomach.
Most definitely. I forgot about that. Oh, wow. Some medication you have to have food with.
Have to. You know, and some of it doesn't even activate until you got some food in your stomach. She says we are also mindful of our fellow Metro employees also experiencing the same strain as those who serve. We're also standing in the gap for those who make our city run. And that is a blessing to hear that you all are making the things happen for the people. You're not sitting on high acting like this stuff ain't happening. These people ain't no good. That's what y'all are not doing. So I'm grateful for that. Their rapid response
Good
program
morning. This is Exxon Wilson.
has Metro meals, weekly food boxes that are provided to Metro employees impacted by the recent economic downturn or experienced SNAP benefits disruption. The drive-through will, or the drive-through giveaway will be held on this Friday, November the 7th. And they'll be there from 1 to 4 p.m. and you must have your Metro ID if you're planning on doing that. They also are offering food pop-ups on an ongoing series of food pop-ups for the community health and food deserts experiencing the most devastating effects of SNAP benefits and disruption.
Good morning, sir.
Next, the next one is coming up November 8th, and that will be held at Greater St. John Missionary Baptist Church at 2200 26th Avenue North. And Rev, we hold it down.
Yes.
You know, they hold it down, and First Lady, Dr. Sherman, she's up there. They also have the quick meals, rapid uptick in families coming in for case management and resources needing a quick meal. They pumped a lot of things here. Quick meals are the supplemental meals and snacks that they keep on site for clients.
Thank you all for watching.
Come in hungry and need nutrition while they're in the office.
I'm about to end this live.
I'm so proud of y'all to see y'all doing this, Metro. Go ahead. Food access cards is part of their plan. Distribution of food assistance cards to families. They have a limited supply of the FACs, which are providing to families enrolled in case management program who need help purchasing food. They also are offering welfare calls and checks, increased welfare calls to the elderly, disabled, and homebound clients. Now, these are the folks that y'all gonna claim that people are saying that are cheating the government. I mean, you know, they're homebound, they're disabled, they're elderly. I mean, really, y'all. Lord. Anyway, I'm glad they included them in that program to help the community. They are getting the home welfare checks to make sure that they're getting their nutrition or having problems. What do you need? Let me try to help get that done. Deployment of their home ambassadors who make the daily meal deliveries to ask welfare recipients or welfare, look out for their welfare. And they
I'm ending this live in
specific
2 minutes,
questions
1
of
minute.
clients.
Please like, share, and subscribe
To
for
identify
future
and
events
assess
and
any
activities.
acute and present meals related to food and health needs, and don't be embarrassed, just go and say what it is. It's, you know, some people, I don't want to say that. No, you just say something. Now's the time. If you are a person elderly worrying about all that, you better say something. You better tell somebody. And of course, they have the Partners Program and cultivate partnerships with faith-based groups. Metro Action and multiple other agencies will coordinate the rapid deployment of food to the community as seen in their food pop-up series. And more that they are doing. Folks are cracking it out over there. They have pet parents, which supports to the pet parent program, in which food boxes are given to the pets and their parents in need We need to find some love for the pets. So many, you know, they're gonna give something. They don't want the dog and stuff, and they need some love too. So needs the owners and the animals. So America, this is a place that none of us ever thought our country would be in. So, you know, the ball is in our court. And for the citizens out here who don't understand what's going on or what it's like to go without, please spend some time at one of these shelters or help the homeless or feed these folks that are hungry. And then you shall understand what this is all about. Let's take a time out and we'll be right back.
Thanks for watching.